Assalamualikum OyaRahmatullahe OyaBarakatuhu. Innal hamdanillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Muhammad Kamrul Hussain, Department of Business Administration, Metropolitan University, Sylhet. Welcome to my virtual classroom, MKA CLASSROOM. Now let's start today's video tutorial.
Today we will try to discuss risks of a single asset. So in this session we will theoretically try to describe risk assessment and risk measurement process. After discussing theoretically, we will try to discuss this portion with an examples. So here we will see risk assessment. Here we can only assess the risks, not measure the risks. The notion that risk is somehow connected to uncertainty is intuitive. The more uncertain you are about how an investment will perform, the riskier that investment seems. Scenario analysis provides a simple way to quantify the institution, and probability distributions offer an even more sophisticated way to analyze the risks of an investment. So here we will assess the risks that here has some point of risks or some point of have some uncertainty. Actually we cannot measure these risks, and in this assessment process, scenario analysis will help us to risk assessment. Scenario analysis, an approach for assessing risks that uses several possible alternative outcomes. Outcomes means scenarios to obtain a sense of variability among returns. So it will show us the variability of among the returns. That's the scenario analysis. One common method involves considering pessimistic, worst, most likely expected, and optimistic outcomes that returns associated with them for a given asset. In this, one measure of an investment risk is range of possible outcomes. Range is found by subtracting the return associated with the pessimistic outcome from the return associated with the optimistic outcome. Greater the range, more variability or more risks the asset is said to have. So here we clear that if the range is higher, risk is higher. And how we can get the range? Simply worst and optimistic. Subtracting the return associated with pessimistic, that means worst outcome, from the return associated with the optimistic outcome, then we can get range. And from the range we will easily see that greater the range, more variability. After that we will see probability distribution. Probability distributions provide a more quantitative insight into an asset's risks. Probability, the chance that a given outcome will occur. The probability of a given outcome is its chance of occurring. An outcome with an 80% probability of occurrence would be expected to occur 8 out of 10 times. So here if you say 80%, that means 8 will occur out of 10 times. An outcome with a probability of 100% is certain to occur. An outcome with a probability of 100% is certain to occur. Outcomes with a probability of 0 will never occur. If the probability is 0. A probability distribution. A probability distribution is a model that relates probabilities to the associated outcomes. The simplest type of probability distribution is bar chart. So here is the bar chart. That means probability of occurrence can be shown. Bar chart, the simplest type of probability distribution, shows only a limited number of outcomes and associated probabilities for a given event. That is the bar chart. And another is continuous probability distribution. A probability distribution showing all the possible outcomes and associated probabilities for a given event, that is continuous probability distribution. A probability distribution showing all the possible outcomes, associated probabilities for a given event, that is the continuous probability distribution. So probability distribution, a model that relates probabilities to the associated outcomes. So these actually are the process of assessment of an assets, of an single assets risks. So here we use this process as like scenario analysis, range, probability distribution, bar chart. These actually use only to assess the risks. Next class we will try to provide several examples of this assessment of risks.
This all about today. Stay home, stay safe, try to maintain a safe social distance, try to wash your hands frequently in a day. সুবহানাকা আল্লাহুম্মা ওয়া বিহামদিকা আশহাদু আল্লা ইলাহা ইল্লা আনতা আস্তাগফিরুকা ওয়া আতুবু ইলাইকা। আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতুহু।